right.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Allow me to introduce Professor Bram Kenrick. He's the reason we're out here.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Worship.
Professor Kenrick teaches at the University of Orlais.
I came on an exchange program from Starkhaven. While in Val Royeaux, I've found something incredible. After 800 years, we may be able to determine the final resting place of the last Inquisitor.
The texts say that Inquisitor Ameridan was a dragon hunter who vanished on his last expedition.
Yes, precisely. I see you've read Lautrec's Precursors to the Chantry. Inquisitor Ameridan stepped down shortly before the Nevarran Accord brought the Seekers of Truth into the Chantry. He hunted demons, dragons, and dangerous apostates in a time before Templars even existed.
I'm all for history if it means tracking down the equipment of a famous demon hunter.
If the last Inquisitor has been missing for 800 years, it's only fitting that today's Inquisition help find him.
Your scouts have gathered artifacts from the area. They may help us discover what Inquisitor Ameridan was doing.
I have news as well. We've encountered hostile Avar to the north. They call themselves the Jaws of Hakkon. There's also an Avar hold to the east. Unlike the Jaws of Hakkon, they've been friendly so far.
The Jaws of Hakkon?
They're hostile Avar who attack any Inquisition agents or researchers who get close. We've sent soldiers for defense, but the Hakkonites are cunning, merciless, and know the basin better than we do. I'm afraid our men will not be able to hold out long.
I thought we could catch up.
What's on your mind?
They say you grew up in a village. Where did you learn to fight, draw a bow, all that?
Here and there. You pick things up as a little dwarf girl in a village filled with piggish Ferelden boys. I'm no artist with a blade. I just know what hurts and what takes them down quick. Bruised a shin or two in my day, and a few, you know, other things. And archery? Oh, there was a traveling hunter who set me up with my first bow, taught me the basics. After that, I practiced on my own. On squirrels, mostly. Oh, and Heinrich from next door, but only with padded arrows.
I hear you have family in Ferelden.
Yes, my mother and father. I insisted they moved to Denerim once I signed up with the Inquisition. Ambassador Montelier tells me I should invite them to Skyhold. She thinks they'd be proud of me. But after Haven, I just can't, you know? It's not that I don't trust you or our soldiers, it's just... I just want them to be safe. And if that means they don't get to see things firsthand, that's okay. My mother likes writing letters anyway.
We'll continue this another time.
See you soon, Inquisitor.
Lady I mean, Scout Harding has an impressive team. Her people brought back a number of artifacts.
If you need something tracked, Scout Harding is your woman.
If only it were that easy. After 800 years, we can't just look for tracks. Barring enchantment, cloth and leather will have long since rotted away. Only metal and stone remain recognizable. Complicating this are recent pieces the Avar left behind, and of course ancient pieces dating back to Tevinter. Fortunately, thanks to some period-specific buckling, I've been able to track our last Inquisitor.
You said there were pieces dating back to Tevinter.
Yes, while it's rare to see Tevinter ruins so far south, the Imperium once had an outpost of some sort here. They might have built it as a ritual site. I'm not sure what military value it could have. In any event, it's muddled up the research slightly, but I've accounted for it.
You lost me at buckling.
You'd think that a buckle was a buckle. But ever since people started belting on weapons, they've been adding bits. One piece here has a dragon engraving. With the alloys of the metals used, it's clearly Tevinter. While this one uses a clasp that wasn't invented until the dawn of the Elysian Empire. And when it comes to historical research, you might say we have to buckle down.
What do you have, Professor?
Everything so far points to the shore not far to the south. There was some sort of battle near the shoreline. They were in a hurry. The scouts reported an island near an Avar fishing camp, but the Avar won't say much about it.
What makes you think the last Inquisitor was fighting?
There's a clasp here common to armorlings. It's clearly torn. That only happens from a heavy shearing blow, like large claws or an axe. Then there's the dagger. Silverite, with a stylized dragon pommel and an inscription reading Cordillus. That dagger had to be a gift from Cordillus Dracon, first Emperor of Orlais. No one would just lose such a thing.
What can you tell me about the Avar fishing camp?
Not much. It's the friendly Avar, not these jaws of Hakkon barbarians. According to the scouts, they wouldn't say much about the area. Likely a local superstition.
I'll find a way to that island and see if there's anything useful there.
Excellent. I'll continue to study what's been found. With luck, we'll both find some answers. Also, one of my research assistants, Colette, was investigating an old structure to the north. I'm not certain it's related to our investigation, but it couldn't hurt to check with her.
this? Are the Fishers of Stonebearhole too rude to share a meal with friends? The Inquisitor! Death to the Lowlanders! Glory to Hakkon!
Perhaps the friendlier Avar in the village Harding mentioned can shed some light.
A little bird tells me you might be up for the Sunburst throne, Cassandra.
I suppose you'd prefer to see a man in the position.
You'd certainly be a first step towards that.
That will be less amusing should it actually come to pass.
You'd be mad to consider it. Can you imagine the target it would place on you?
I don't want to think about that right now.
You are the Lowlander they call Inquisitor. I am Arvid Rolfson. Well fought. The fish will feed on fool's heart wine this night. I know not what brings you here, but we have no quarrel, you and I.
How long have you lived in the base?
Stonebearhole's been here a few generations. I was born further north, but we left before I could remember. It was a good life, until the jaws of Hakkon arrived. They brought trouble with them. People were expecting a raid, but...
You don't agree?
They seem bigger fools than that, for all their boasting. I cannot say what they plan, but it bodes ill.
I find myself in need of a boat. I need to reach that island.
The Lady's Rest.
What?
That island belongs to the Lady of the Skies. The spirits want us to leave it be.
Of course they do.
I don't wish to disturb your lady, but it's important.
If I give you the boat, and you anger the spirits and die, other Lowlanders may come for blood. That is trouble for my hold, and not my trouble to take. Go to Stonebearhole and speak with my Thane, Svara Sunhair. Get her blessing, and you may sail to Korth's rocky heart, if you wish.
Stranger.
That elf's different. Always making up strange stories and looking at all these in books.
Aye, it isn't natural. Must come from learning how to read.
Stranger.
Dread of cold in the air today.
All the rams are growing thicker.
What is that commotion?
Then blood will spill before the new moon.
Let the jaws of... Try slow. They know whose ground this is.
There are many curious about you, but the Thane would speak with you first. Guests are welcome, so long as their weapons stay sheathed.
Your climbers seem tired, Thanes. Hunter, is your hold beast well?
We hunt as well as ever, Thane Harrison.
You would be safer under the shield of the John.
The Thane wants to talk to you, Lowlander. I'd do as she wishes. Every time I think I've seen the ugliest possible Avar statue, a new one turns up that surpasses my expectations.
Our guests are welcome, so long as their weapons stay sheathed.
Catch anything today?
Nothing yet. Too many visitors stirring up the forest. The gods don't like it. Half the traps were empty.
Can't be.
You're a strange sight. I never thought we'd see so many lowlanders in the hold.
Wind seems colder than it should. Inquisitor, I am Svara's son here, Thane of Stonebear Hold. You have guest welcome here. The Lowlanders have little love for their mages. I am impressed that you came to lead this Inquisition. You and your people have come far from the safety of the Lowlands.
We have not come to cause trouble in your home, Thane. We have learned that the last Inquisitor may have died here hundreds of years ago. We seek his body.
Giving peace to the dead is a worthy quest. Any help we can offer is yours. Sadly, the jaws of Hakkon will not offer so warm a welcome. You have met their Thane, Gerd Harrison. I wager you have crossed blades with the jaws of Hakkon in the wilderness. If you would search this place for your Inquisitor's body, they will want you to pay in blood.
How did you get the name Sunhair?
I was born Svara Janusdottir. For my legend mark, I once fought a battle with my hair on fire.
You lit your hair on fire?
An enemy archer lit my hair on fire. I was locked shield to shield with a foe, and I had no time to douse it. It scared my foes. My hair was braided long enough that I could spare it. It stank worse than goat shit, though.
When I first entered your hold, there was a climbing contest of some sort. What was that?
The test of the lady. We use it to settle disputes when it is not clear who has the right of it. There are others. For the test of the Mountain Father, you battle with verse while those who favor you hold you aloft. The test of Hakkon is battle, with blunted weapons.
It seems as fair a way as any to decide such matters.
In many cases, the law is clear. The tests are only for real disputes. As Thane, I may guide the gods in finding who is worthy. I decide which test will settle the dispute. I may also ask a warrior whose claim is foolish to climb with stones strapped to his back.
I'd like to hear more about Stonebear Hold.
We are not the largest hold, but our warriors are strong, and our singers are pretty. Ah, words are for boasting around the fireside. You should look yourself, if you will.
I'd like to know more about the Jaws of Hakkon.
They are not the first hold to take that name. All have been foolish. What would you know of them?
What do the Jaws of Hakkon believe that makes them so angry?
A wise man honors each god to its strength. Bjorn Reedbeard for fishing, Rilla of the Fireside for making babies. The Hakkonites care only for Hakkon Wintersbreath, god of war and winter. There is no evil in Hakkon. There are times to fight, but the Jaws of Hakkon care for nothing else. They raid, they fight. Eventually they die and their stories are forgotten. It is the way of things.
You said that there were earlier groups known as the Jaws of Hakkon.
Yes. Many ages ago. They thought of nothing but slaughter glory. They attacked the lowlanders. Your people fought back and destroyed them. They were fools.
What can you tell me of the people now calling themselves the Jaws of Hakkon?
They came here a few years ago, after the Blight took their hold. There was land enough for both, so we were friendly. We did not see their anger. Gerd Harrison lost too many in his hold to darkspawn. He thought only of battle and war. To avenge a wrong is a good thing, but only a fool lights the world on fire to do it.
I'll speak with you later.
Walk with the lady's blessing. Inquisitor?
I was told I needed your permission to borrow a boat from the fishermen.
Ah, Rolfson. He worries like a scared baby goat. The boat is yours. Tell him I said so.
The Hakkonites are attacking my people. I would welcome any assistance you could offer.
Bathing my blade in the blood of the Hakkonites would be cause for a feast for most in this hold. The Hakkonites are fools, and they have forgotten the old ways. But we have pledged peace with them. To attack with lowlanders at our side would make us oathbreakers. This is poor weather for me to ask that of my hold.
I understand your concern. Is there anything I could do to help?
Among the Avar, a hold draws strength from its hold beast. They are as kin to us. When our hold beast is strong and happy, there is joy. When it sickens and dies, it is an ill omen. Our bear, Storvacker, has not been seen in days. The hold fears for her. I cannot ask the hold to break peace oaths unless Storvacker returns.
Maybe I shouldn't bring this up, but bears and I traditionally do not get along.
You have fought bears. You lived. Good for you. Fear will keep you respectful should you find Storvacker. You will be fine.
So you're saying she's friendly? The way you asked us to help find Storvacker made it sound like you were willing to break your oath.
I could say that Avar hold all oaths sacred, that no true Avar would break them. It would be a good lie. Lowlanders doubtless say the same of themselves. A cunning thane can find a hole in the tent of any promise. A place for the cold wind to sneak in. We are bone and blood. Oaths last until they are broken.
If I find your bear and you break the oath, what happens to Stone Bear Hold?
Other holds share oaths with the Jaws of Hakkon. They are sworn to defend or avenge them. If the Hakkonites were friends, they would attack us. But they are friends to few. We will send offerings, trade, and gifts to pay the price of oath-breaking. The storm will pass. I do not do this lightly, Inquisitor. But the Hakkonites are tiresome.
You have members of the Hold searching for Storvacker.
The Hold is already fearful. A great hunt for our Hold beast would show weakness to the Hakkonites. If she were dead, the Augur would know. So the hunters watch for tracks. That is all we can do.
I'm a little confused about why I have to find a bear in order to gain the support of your tribe.
Storvacker is not a bear. She is our Hold beast. She ties us to the gods. Without her, we... Your Maker has turned from you, has he not? It is as that. I know more of this world than the world of spirits. Speak with our Augur if you would know more. They're our gods, not yours. For you, it is enough that Storvacker matters to us.
Does Storvacker usually live in the Hold? Does she stay in a pen, or...?
Pens are for goats and chickens, not Holdkin. The Avar are free. So must be our Hold beasts. Storvacker lives in a cave near the Hold. She comes to visit if she wishes to see us. We bring her gifts of food. Not enough that she will not hunt for herself.
I'll speak with you later.
Ask those in the Hold about Storvacker. They may know something they have not told me.
Stranger.
Our guests are welcome, so long as their weapons stay sheathed.
Inquisitor, you've need of a hunter, or you're just wandering? Doubt you lowlanders see many holds, but I'll tell you, there are none finer.
I assume you go hunting yourself.
Of course I do. Who says otherwise?
No one.
I lead our hunts, Inquisitor. My leg aches. One eye can't see in the dark. And I bring more meat than anyone in the hold. Goat's piss, do I hunt?
I apologize. I was just curious.
Suppose you can't help lowlanders' manners.
Do you have any idea where Storvacker is gone?
Our hold animal's a hungry one. She might be after the game in the valley to the west. As the weather's turning, I'd not think she'd roam further.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Someone's used these bones in a spell. Were the jaws of Hakkon casting a wall?
Could be blood magic. Let's look for any more skulls.
Look at the ground. Men fought a beast here. Perhaps the Avar bear. If the bear's not dead, it must be nearby.
goat-kissing, blood-drinking, Hakkonite chicken crabs! Thank you, Inquisitor. Storvacker has returned. My hunters saw what you and she did to the Hakkonites who held her. In trapping Storvacker, the jaws of Hakkon broke their peace oath with Stonebear Hold. Our blades are yours.
I assume your bear is all right after whatever they were going to do to her.
She is fine. As for what they were going to do, my hunters brought items back from where they held Storvacker. I know what they intended. It is not something you will like. Something few Avar would tell Lowlanders. But you must hear it. The jaws of Hakkon sought to bind their god in mortal form and bring war to the Lowlands.
By saving your bear, have we put an end to their plans?
Though you have given them pause, they will try again. Ages ago, the old jaws of Hakkon did the same. They brought their god to life to destroy the Lowlands. Their foolishness lost Hakkon to all Avar. Now they would free him and begin again.
What did you mean when you said that their foolishness lost Hakkon to all Avar?
When they bound Hakkon to mortal form, he became blood of this world. He could hear no prayers, nor speak to the augurs. All he could do was kill. Then he vanished instead of dying, as though rendered mute, lost for ages. If they sought to free him from mortal form, I could understand. Making him attack the Lowlands is a fool's work.
The Avar wouldn't like the idea of war with the Lowlands.
Is that what your skalds say? It does us no harm to be feared. If our land is threatened, we will happily fight. And a raid here and there keeps both sides sharp. But we have no need of your Lowlands. Not when our goats are fat and our fish are plenty. And not when the sky is torn with demons. Only a fool fights in a burning boat.
What would happen if the jaws of Hakkon succeeded in their plan?
Hakkon would come to the Lowlands in the form of a great beast. The Hakkonites would join him, their numbers swelled by foolish young warriors dreaming of honor names. Even if war were needed, it should not be like that. With gods wreaking havoc in blood-soaked fields, the gods should stay where they belong.
Based on what we know, what must we do to stop the jaws of Hakkon?
Their hold is an old lowland fortress. It is shielded by a great wall of ice. Magic even the Hakkonites do not know. Unravel its magic, and we will scatter their bones so the lady never finds them.
We still need a way to melt the wall of ice around the Hakkonites' fortress. Do you have any ideas?
No. It is lowlander magic and nothing to do with us. Our spirit talkers are useless as battle goats. The Hakkonites must have found the magic in the old fortress. Speak to your people. Perhaps they will know more.
I'll speak with you later.
Fair hunting.
Standing. Yeah.
Thane Sunhair gave me guest welcome at Stonebear Hold.
Aye, she sent word.
As a guest, then, may I please borrow your boat?
We would be poor hosts to refuse. The boat is yours. I hope you come back alive.
moment, I almost felt like I was walking down the street back in Markham. Strange.
Your mind is being influenced by the spirits here. They're drawing sorrow from you like you draw water from a well.
Right. That didn't help.
We should deal with the rift. This area will not be stable until it is gone.
Alana slept. I slept. To find him in dreaming. But the blood. She's gone. Talana wanted to reach Ameridan again. One more time. But she couldn't. I couldn't. I died. I tried to stay, but only pieces came through. You opened the sky for the rest of me.
You, or she, wanted to reach Ameridan again. We're also trying to find him.
Ameridan? Yes. Inquisitor. Beloved. She came with Ameridan to hunt the dragon.
The dragon?
Huge. Power like none had seen. It came from the mountains with the Avar. Towns fell. All dead. One last favor for Emperor Draken. Slay the Avar dragon. Save Orlais.
Can you tell me what happened to Inquisitor Ameridan?
They fought at the shore. Spirits and magic. Cold. So cold. How I found her. How she found us. They rested here. Then up the river. Metal spires. A way to stop the dragon. Then Talana returned here, alone. To wait for him. Forever waiting. Dreaming. Then dead.
We'll find Ameridan. You don't have to wait here anymore.
Thank you. It was hard. She went a long time ago. I stayed because she asked. Her things are there. She wanted them found.
Everything all right down there?
may I help you, Inquisitor?
A spirit on the island held the memories and possessions of Ameridan's lover, a woman named Talana. It told us that Ameridan was here on orders from Emperor Hakkon himself, and where he went next.
Unrusty's dimples. I may have received tenure from that sentence alone. Ameridan had a lover. Talana, you said. The Inquisitor's Lady Mage. There was such debate over whether she existed. And there were orders. This was a request from Hakkon? This changes everything.
You don't have a problem receiving information from spirits?
It's not ideal, but since you found corroborating physical evidence, I see no serious issues. Any study of great wars and battlefields carries an inherent risk of contact with demons or spirits. When spirits are willing to talk, most historians love the chance of a first-hand report.
What does it change, knowing that Ameridan was on a mission from Emperor Hakkon?
Everything. One current theory holds that Ameridan was selfishly throwing off his responsibilities to go hunting. Another suggests Hakkon had him removed or even killed because Ameridan opposed the Nevarran Accord. But if this is true, then Ameridan was a loyal servant of Orlais. He was not an embarrassment. He was a patriot protecting Orlais while Hakkon fought in the Second Blight.
You were surprised to hear that Ameridan had a lover?
Yes. This Talana you mentioned. Her existence has been hotly debated. Some scholars took Inquisitor Ameridan's respect for the Chantry to imply that he remained celibate. In ages past, there were stories about him and his lover, a mage. They made it out to be a star-crossed romance. The Chantry silenced the stories strenuously.
When I helped the Avar at Stonebear Hold, we learned that the jaws of Hakkon once bound their god's soul to a beast. According to the spirit, the dragon Ameridan faced was powerful, and accompanied by hostile Avar.
You believe they could be one and the same? That would mean... Of course! Of course! Brilliant! 800 years ago, the Second Blight threatened a weak Orlais. A perfect time for the Avar to attack. This Avar god dragon could have endangered the Orlesian Empire had Ameridan not stopped it. That explains why he would accept such a dangerous mission. And likely how he died.
How bad would it be if the contemporary jaws of Hakkon bound their god to a dragon again?
With Orlais still recovering from the Civil War and the Mage-Templar conflict, not to mention the remaining demon rifts and Corypheus himself, a high dragon given malice and magic by an Avar god spirit could, hypothetically, destroy much of Orlais. At least, I hope that was hypothetically.
You're not concerned about the literal existence of an Avar god?
Not particularly. If the jaws of Hakkon once bound their god to a dragon, it is likely just a powerful spirit. That isn't to downplay the important cultural significance to the Avar, but magic does not equate godhood. Every blight comes from the old gods, which are also dragons corrupted by some outside influence. Sometimes I wonder if we really know what we mean by gods.
It seems Inquisitor Ameridan saved Orlais 800 years ago. It's time to honor his legacy. The spirit said to follow the river to the north, and something about spires or spikes.
Up the river. The scouts have had trouble with Hakkonites up there. I'll continue my research, but for now, your guess is as good as mine.
What's it like at the University of Orlais?
Oh, it's brilliant. Some of the greatest minds I've ever known. The university was always well regarded, but Empress Celine made it the envy of all Thedas. She even got them to start admitting elves. Few bent noses, but it's worth it. Knowledge knows no bounds and all. With that unpleasantness with Grand Duke Gaspard done, the university is safe, as a haven for knowledge.
What do you need me to do next, Professor?
That spirit on the island said something about American going upriver to, someplace with spires? While you search upriver, I'll continue studying these buckles. That, sounded better in my head.
I'll speak with you later.
Jaws of Hakkon must be guarding this place for a reason.
This is brilliant. This must be what the spirit meant. Excellent find. From what I can see, this is an ancillary station. Likely a scouting post for the larger structure to the east. What can it tell us about where Inquisitor Ameridan went?
I got Professor Kenrick here safely. The rest is up to you.
Lady Harding was quite nimble in the wilderness.
I'll be watching to make sure the Hakkonites don't come back.
This is Tevinter, from well before the last Inquisitor's time. I understand they use such tiles as locks. Interesting, though not likely related to Ameridan. Brilliant! Look at that!
No good.
That didn't do the trick. That didn't do the trick.
barrier. Not sure how. Oh, well done. Well done indeed.
That's something you don't see every...
A pair of shrines. This one is clearly Andrastian, albeit from a very early period, likely pre-divine. But this is Elven. One of their gods. What was it? Every mother finds Druffalo among sleeping juniper groves. G something. The one with the deer.
That would be Gillenard, mother of the Huller.
Yes! Brilliant, thank you. Oh, that would have bothered me all day.
2 shrines for 2 lovers. Inquisitor Ameridan and Talana. Maybe Talana was an elf.
Oh, yes. That's good. The Chantry expunged references to elves before the Exalted March on the Dales. They erased the Canticle of Shartan. They must have done the same to Talana.
The Chantry should not rewrite history to cover up inconvenient truths.
Agreed. The chant of light should spread the truth, not suppress it.
Regardless, the important thing is what this tells us. It's not a burial site. That much is obvious.
Look at those flowers. They're not native to the area. What if they were left at the shrine as an offering?
Yes. A night of prayer before battle against the dragon. But then where? Where? We're missing something. What are we missing? Oh, where did you go?
Professor, look at this. Shartan 10-7, and Transfigurations 10-1.
Shartan is dissonant. And before them, empty, outstretched, lay the land which led to the gates of Minrathus. And Transfigurations is, the light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world. Why these verses? Why would Inquisitor Ameridan take the time to carve this before going into battle?
The gates of Minrathus. Isn't there a Tevinter fortress in the area?
Yes? Oh, of course! The ritual site! To seal the dragon away, Ameridan's elven mage must have used a spell at a site of great power.
My scouts have checked the fortress. It's sealed behind a wall of ice. It has to be magic.
Let's look around. Ameridan found a way through that ice, so that way should be nearby.
To lock the door behind them?
And every lock has a key.
Like these trail markers. Ameridan must have known how to use them. If they can melt through the ice, that must be where Ameridan sealed away the dragon.
I'll follow the markers and see what we can find.
Are we certain these trail markers will burn through this wall of ice around the fortress?
As long as the trail markers are still functional, we should be fine. Are we... I'm so glad I came along.
When you are ready, you have our blades, Inquisitor.
You said that the Jaws of Hakkon first tried binding their god in mortal form hundreds of years ago.
What of it?
In our search for Inquisitor Emeridon, we learned that he came here to fight a great dragon 800 years ago. A dragon that came from the mountains with Avar warriors to attack the lowlands.
Your last Inquisitor must have fought well to stop Hakkon himself.
You're not bothered by the idea that our Inquisitor killed your god?
You didn't kill him. That would have been easier. Whatever fight your Inquisitor finished, the Jaws of Hakkon started. I find no fault with a warrior defending his people.
Do the Avar gods take mortal form on a regular basis?
No, the gods belong in the land of dreams. Whether it is their wish or some augurs that brings them here, battle tears will be shed. The skulls say the Lady of the Skies took mortal form when Thedas Brightaxe first led the Avar to the mountains. They say many things about Brightaxe and the Lady.
I'll speak with you later.
Fair hunting. When you are ready, you have our blades, Inquisitor.
I'm ready to attack the Jaws of Hakkon.
Good. They will pay the blood price for what they have done. Your Skald and your Scout are here. We can plan the assault.
Oh, I like the sound of Skald. It's more dramatic than Professor. Yes, well, everything we've found out about Inquisitor Emeridon suggests that he never emerged from that Tevinter fortress.
If that is where your Inquisitor defeated Hakkon, that is where the Jaws of Hakkon must perform the rite to free him.
Inquisitor Emeridon saved the lowlands from an Avar invasion. We cannot do any less.
You really have no problem with us killing your god?
Gods cannot be reborn until they die. Hakkon needs a good rebirthing.
If you say so.
With its ice wall melted, the fortress is open to attack. We must strike soon, before our foes recover.
They're already trying. I've got most of our forces defending the shrine from Hakkonites who want to restore the wall.
The fortress was built to be defensible. It's going to cost us a lot of people to take it.
Why?
I'm no warrior, but with Lady Harding's forces defending the shrine and no way to breach the walls...
Lowlanders. Why not climb the walls?
Your warriors can get over those walls before the Hakkonites stop them?
This is not a war, Stone Daughter. This is a raid. We strike at night, clad lightly. We climb the wall and open the gate from inside.
If Stonebear Hold can open the gates, we'd be grateful.
The Jaws of Hakkon have been bugs in my bedroll for months, Inquisitor. We owe you thanks.
Inquisition forces will feign weakness near the shrine. That'll draw some of them away from the fortress.
Not too many, I hope.
Yes, save some for us.
Right, Inquisitor. Hask and I will climb over.
I'll be there to catch Parv when he slips.
Of course you will. You'll be behind me after all.
Where the guard?
I've got him.
There! The Lowlanders!
Kill the Inquisitor! Death to his hold! For Hakkon's glory!
And we have a bear. Hooray! Lady, take it! Go, Bubba! Help
Avar were true to their word. No sign of the dragon. It must be in there.
Watch the wards. We can't afford to be slowed down.
The ward is destroyed.
Even colder than usual. This is magical. We need to keep moving.
Sounds like they've already started the ritual. Best hurry then.
Should we look around?
Gerd Harrison, called the Cutter, Wyvern Slayer, Lowland Fair. Begs of Hakkon, bring his body, bloody blessings, cold and pain!
He's summoning Hakkon into his own body.
He's mad.
Harrofson, called the Cutter, Wyvern Slayer, Lowland Bane. Begs of Hakkon, bring his body, bloody blessings, cold and pain! Sing the song of savage Hakkon, born in battle, bloody bladed. Winter, and kill hate. Bloody blessings, cold and pain! Harrofson, called the Cutter, Wyvern Slayer, Lowland Bane. Begs of Hakkon, bring his body, bloody blessings, cold and pain!
Then Hakkon can be harmed.
Face me and die, Inquisitor! Your predecessor could not stand against me. You shall fall as well. I am the cold blight of winter.
Damn thing's dousing... fires!
I am Hakkon reborn!
The cold gets worse the closer you are.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor? How fares Draken? Has he brought the chant to the whole world yet?
Inquisitor Ameridan. You disappeared in 120 Divine. Around the time of the signing of the Nevarran Accord.
You say it as though it was... How long?
You were the last Inquisitor. There has not been another since you disappeared 800 years ago.
Draken was my oldest friend. He would have sent someone to find me.
I'm afraid Draken was a little busy with the darkspawn pouring down from the Anderfels.
I see. Talana escaped the battle. Did she... Do the records say what became of her?
Talana died of old age many years later. She never forgot you.
You lie well. But I hunted demons in Maleficarum long before I was Inquisitor. I never wanted this job. Hunting demons was so much simpler than politics.
Inquisitor Ameridan? How could the leader of the Seekers be a mage?
Has history forgotten so much? I was not a Seeker myself, as most Inquisitors were. I used my magical gifts in the hunting of demons in Maleficarum. Do the Seekers no longer welcome the aid of mages?
No, that was forgotten. Among many other things.
Cassandra is a Seeker. And after the Seekers went rogue, she discovered the truth about them.
We learned they developed the Rite of Tranquility.
You mean sundering one from the Fade? The Seekers do it briefly when granting an initiate their abilities.
It has become a way to control mages deemed dangerous. They are left tranquil, permanently.
Killing a man is ugly work. You learn not to look to it as your first recourse. Sundering them from the Fade is easy. Bloodless. I told them spreading such a solution would lead to abuse. They swore that would never happen. They promised. I'm so sorry.
Cassandra will rebuild the Seekers into an organization to be proud of again. With the Inquisition's help.
Then you both have my thanks. I was a good hunter. I did not want to lead an organization, but Draken told me I was needed. As I suspect you were needed.
I wasn't Inquisitor by choice. Whatever my life was before.
Take moments of happiness where you find them. The world will take the rest. The dragon carries the spirit of an Avar god. I lacked the strength to kill it. My own magic was able to bind us all, locked in time. But when the cultists drew that spirit into another vessel, it disrupted my bindings. It is breaking free.
I'd be honored to finish what you started.
Thank you. The passage of years can be delayed, but not ignored. I will soon join Talana at Andraste's side. Take this. It holds the last few memories of an old hunter who was neither as wise nor as strong as he thought. Fight well, Inquisitor. I am honored to have met you.
We need to stop the dragon. It still carries the spirit of Hakkon.
My spirit companion believes we can seal the dragon away, even if we cannot kill it. It is less clear whether I can do so without sealing myself in as well. But I have little choice. This beast will wreak devastation across Olay unless we stop it now.
No one ever knew. Their heroism was lost to history.
Heroism shouldn't be about fame. It's about doing what's needed, no matter the cost.
Lowlanders, I am the breath of the cold wind of war. Join me in battle and die! Lowlander blood. A worthy battle.
Gotten to see you take down a dragon in person. I must say, it's fun to see it up close.
Perhaps this calls for a new title. Dragon Slayer Harding, perhaps.
Oh, a fancy title goes against the point of being a scout. Nobody should see me coming. Inquisitor Meriden would have been proud that you finished what he started. It's strange. History forgot so much of who he was. They never knew he died saving everyone. Do you ever feel that way?
You weren't in the fortress. How do you hear about Meriden?
I'm a scout, remember? Who do you think writes the messages Liliana reads?
There are things they don't understand. Things no one outside the Inquisition will ever know.
Some of the secrets are necessary. Don't get me wrong. It's just... every time you're more than just a person to someone, you're also less than a person to them. They don't see that a real normal man fought the Avar and killed that dragon. And they certainly don't know about your strange fixation with Elfroot.
It's nice to hear that someone remembers I'm just a person. Elfroot notwithstanding.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me. Scout's honor. And for what it's worth, nice work, Trevelyan. Anyway, I'll be at camp if there's anything here you want to finish up. Otherwise, see you at Skyhold.